And we are live.
Hello.
It's always
Hello.
concerning when I take us live or I take us back from a break and nobody is talking.
We're plotting.
I'm still trying to wake up.
Same. It
I've
seems
been sick since Thursday night, so
fuck.
I did not want to get out of bed this morning.
Got a cold too? Yep.
I was in a NyQuil-induced coma last night, and it was wonderful.
Yep. I was sick Tuesday-ish.
Oh, you did the same as me then.
Mm-hmm.
I had a fever of 101 after I took ibuprofen.
It's the season for it.
Yep.
Yeah. Cold weather finally swung into our direction too. Good Lord. But yeah, it's pretty much the only thing that was really bad about my week.
Well, we are down a member today as Malls is out and about doing Malls things. So thankfully we still have 4 people, so we can continue on with our game here. When we last left off, the group had decided that they had enough of the circus's shenanigans. Not really want to participate in what they considered to be a bit of a, I don't know how you would describe it aside from murder, but not really wanting to be a part of this seemingly controlling of the road bandits and forcing them to pay tithe as the circus would pass through their region of the roads. You did a quiet retreat from the camp at night, made your way back onto the river road heading towards Windermere. You stopped a little bit once you were sure you were safe enough away from the circus that no problems were going to come about. And as you woke up in the morning, you came across another Lepak sitting in what could only be described as a very large toy train.
Mm-hmm.
After a little bit of conversation, you learned that this Lepak was here to take Jinx back to Moostable, as they had mentioned that more statues akin to what she had previously discovered have been found as they were clearing out another part of the park. After saying your goodbyes, Jinx boarded the train and it began to fly off back towards the Lonic Wood, where Moostable is located. Yes, and now everybody wants to visit Moostable because it's pretty much Disneyland.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as the train vanishes out of sight, a new day has started as you are now still heading down the river road towards Windermere. Still confident that you may have at least an hour head start on the wagon caravan that is carrying the circus. But as we start this day, floor is yours for whatever you wish to do.
Danielle just immediately goes back to the cart and flops onto the floor of the cart and continues her rest because she rode all night.
There.
Do we want more of a break before we get going again, or do you want me to drive the cart?
if I remember correctly, I was teaching Vanica to drive. If you want to take over, be my guest.
I mean, if Vanica wants to take charge, I'm happy to let her.
Take charge of what?
Driving the cart.
Oh, no. I mean, I could talk to the horses and, help guide them. But if there's danger, I'll probably tell them to run and save themselves. I don't know how well that'll work for us.
But if they're still attached to the cart at that point, I think it should work out fine for us.
Unless one horse goes
Depends on
one
the
direction
terrain.
to the other.
The cart just splits in
Depends on
half comically and comes back together later.
Yeah.
Where'd Danny go? She fell through.
How about while Danny rests, I'll take the reins and you can talk to the horses. And between the two of us, we should be able to do it just fine.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I've driven a cart once before. It was fine. We'll be fine. So once once we've packed everything up, we're still planning on going to Windermere, right?
I think so. I mean, that was the original plan, so yeah.
Yeah. Pack
Right.
everything up, and Chloe will take the reins with Vanica's animal handling and animal speech support.
Okay,
That
so
sometimes turns into just small conversations with the horses.
all right, Vanica, can you give me? Okay, I'll let you guys decide how you want to do this. It can either be a vehicle handling with advantage, or it could be a animal handling with advantage.
I think we would have better success if we went the animal handling route.
Yeah, I do not have vehicle handling.
Neither do I.
But I'm really good at animal handling. Yeah, okay. Am I rolling for it then?
Yes,
Okay. So advantage, we said.
yes, advantage.
Oh my. Okay. 26.
Ah, that's way too bright.
I wouldn't necessarily call her bright, but she's not dumb.
Ha ha ha. So, with a 26, you communicating with the horses and talking, pretty much talking them up, making them a little more confident as they move down the road, provides for a rather smooth journey down the river road. With that said, you probably think it's best to keep at a normal pace and not try to double time it or anything like that. That's probably left better in the hands of a professional such as Danny. But for the time being as Danny collapses in the back of the cart, just continuing her rest, just trying to shake off the fogginess of being up all night driving. Zenith is currently in the back of the cart as well, but she is like nose deep in her book. Doesn't really look like she is in much condition for conversation at the moment. But as the cart is moving down the road, Zafira, is there anything that you would want to do or you would be doing at this time?
You're muted, by the way.
You're muted.
Can I take out Pop-Tart and start like tinkering with him? See if I can, I don't know, make him better, make it.
What are you trying to do with Pop-Tart?
I mean, I don't want to go crazy, add like cannons on his back or anything, but like, I don't know.
I mean,
because I built him, so
it's been a little while since you've given Pop-Tart a good diagnostic. Like how like an owner of a normal dog, you would give him a bath every once in a while. You know, this is like your version of a bath, just making sure that everything is in the right place. If there's anything needs to be tightened, it's tightened. It's just general,
adding some extra oil.
Yeah, just general upkeep on Pop-Tart. Normally how the I'm not saying that it's impossible, but normally how the Steel Defenders work is they get stronger as you do. Now that being said, if you've got time, access to a workbench and everything like that, nothing's saying that you can't make, a little bit of adjustments to Pop-Tart. But out on the road, you're
nothing too fancy.
No, nothing too fancy. It's pretty much just, making sure that all the hinges are oiled and all the screws are tight and everything, that way he doesn't fall apart in battle.
Yeah, that's kind of what I want to do.
Okay.
Just give him a usual tune-up and cleaning and all that stuff. Nothing too crazy, because I don't really have too much of anything that's like I don't really have too much of anything that I've been like working on lately. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can most definitely, just make sure that Pop-Tart's working the way Pop-Tart should be. And as you're working on him, Jabberwocky is like getting a little bit into the mix. He's like keeps climbing onto Pop-Tart and trying to take like your screwdrivers and stuff away from you, just being a menace. Standard cat behavior.
Yeah, just knocking things off and
trying to take the screwdriver out of your hand that you're trying to use.
Yeah, as I'm using it. Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
Zoro, since you were the one who rolled the animal handling check, can I get a D20 check, or just a straight D20 roll from you?
10.
Okay. Travel for the first part of the day is rather uneventful. The road itself, though, is rather busy, as you do remember that Windermere is about to start a rather long celebration. One of their yearly festivals is coming up, and the tournament for something that you heard at the campsite of the circus, for something called Battle Chefs.
Oh yeah.
But due to the foot traffic that is on the road today, you have a feeling that this journey, or this travel down this road, is going to be rather boring and uneventful, because unless you were to come across some giant monster or something like that, no group of bandits would be dumb enough to try to jump people on a busy road. So you enjoy a nice peaceful day riding down the river road towards Windermere.
Yeah, each time we pass by somebody, I do want to give them a quick glance and just make a mental note of their general appearance and race and all that.
Okay.
Just cataloging some disguises for later.
Give me what check do I want to make this? You know what, mate? Since you're just cataloging people for a disguise, let's make this a deception check.
That is a great way to start off the day. That's a 19 for a 24.
Today is a farmer's market of disguises. As you're going down the road, you see people of all shapes and sizes in different like species and everything, from like dwarves to dragonborns to a couple Goliath to like one of those like rare gear forged that are out on the road that have like that have either traveled away from or have wandered away from the Church of the Machine.
Neat.
But as you're going by, there are just people people either walking along the cart or like on horseback, or you know, have smaller carts that they go by you, or they're coming the opposite way. The river road is very, very busy today.
Wonderful.
And as the day slowly shifts into midday, you all can continue traveling if you wish, or you can stop and do a bit of exploring. It's all up to you.
How long until we reach Windermere?
Given the pace that you are going at the moment, you will probably reach Windermere either late this evening or early tomorrow morning.
Okay. There's not really anything that I'm looking to do. I was just curious because I mean, I personally think we could just stay on the path.
Given that you're in a cart and horseback, it's more than likely you'll hit Windermere by night.
Yeah, if the horses don't seem winded or anything,
Yeah.
then we can just keep going, I think.
It's rather amazing that the horses seem to be more inspired to travel today than they have been in a while. Whatever Vanica has been like pumping them up with has just kept them going.
We're having lovely conversations, and I'm occasionally feeding them food from my pouch. Maybe I'm finding an apple or something along the way, and just like, here you guys go. It's just having conversations.
Yeah, like
Conversations
these
and snacks,
horses
definitely.
are just hyped.
Let's go.
A healthy distraction makes you not feel tired. Just like if you listen to music or watch a video or something while you do like the treadmill, you don't feel tired. You just keep going. So, you know,
Yeah.
same technique here.
Yep.
I
Exactly.
actually found that I've walked I was walking on a treadmill and then I put on a YouTube video and I was walking faster while watching.
Yeah, you just feel energized because you're not even paying, your brain's distracted, so your body's like, all right, let's keep going.
Yep. But yeah, you like, it's up to you guys. You guys can continue going on at this pace and you'll hit Windermere by night. Unless you want to pull off to the side of the road for a couple hours or do whatever. It's up to you.
If we're making really good pace, I don't
You
see
are.
why not to keep going, other than, you know, the occasional stop to, you know,
Get
take
an
a quick
apple.
walk break or something, or just get out, stretch, give the horses water. I almost said the dogs. Wow. I'm petting Ogren while I'm saying this.
Damn,
I'm like, oh, hi,
those are
Brittany.
some damn
the
big
water.
dogs.
Have you seen an Irish wolfhound?
Yeah,
I mean,
I want an Irish wolfhound.
Big puppy.
big horse puppy. So yeah, so unless anyone says anything else, I don't see why we couldn't, you know, keep going until nightfall, really.
Okay. Zoro, can you give me one more D20 roll here?
Okay. Where did I just put my D20? There we go. A little bit better. 15.
15? Is that's a total
Yes.
of 15?
That's. Oh, you just said a straight D20.
Oh,
was,
yeah,
Was I
I'm
doing
sorry.
something else?
No,
I'm sorry.
No. My,
Oh, okay.
I
I was
had
like,
a-
oh shit, was I supposed to add something?
I had a brain fart and I thought I asked you for a animal handling, but no.
Oh,
Straight
gotcha.
D20. So as you all are heading along, a gentleman pulls up next to the cart in this strange, like, spindly leg contraption. It almost looks like a large gilded golden spider as it pulls up next to the cart, and you can hear like the turning of the gears and the clanking of the machine as it gets closer. And he's sitting up onto the back of, like, not up on the back, but in the back of the spider, like inside the like the bulbous part of the body. A little bench. There's like a little counter, and you can see inside is, like, behind him is like a small stove and everything. As he pulls up next to, and he's like, don't mind me. I don't mean to intrude, but I've seen that you folks have been traveling for a bit. Would you like something to eat?
Oh my, what do you have?
Well, I specialize more in food to go, finger foods, things that, you know, you can just pick up and eat along your travels. Nothing too messy, nothing too large.
Can I do a vibe check, a perception check, and everything?
Yes, you can. A vibe check.
Oh, are you here for the? Are you
Insight.
gonna be
You can
going
do
for
an
the
insight check.
competition?
I'm not necessarily participating in the competition. I'm more setting up shop in town.
Oh, a vendor. Okay.
Yes. My competitive days are behind me.
So that was an 18 plus 2 for insight, right?
Yep. So a dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
It's a miniature version of the Wild West spider. Yeah, pretty much. He seems genuine. Like, seems to be a very well kept, gnomish individual later on in their lifespan. Very gray hair. He's got like a stubbly, like, patchwork beard, but seems to be very vibrant, very full of energy. And given the fact that he's standing like in what looks to be a kitchen, you can smell like food like behind him being processed. Seems like he's just, you know, offering you all a snack.
Okay. I mean, I'm down. I would like to. There's no menu, but you said it was like finger food, I guess. So.
He goes, I can give you all today's specialty if you'd like.
What's the
What's
specialty?
that? Yeah.
So I'm assuming all of you are familiar with the dish, with the macaroni and the cheese and everything like that.
Yes.
And he kind of holds up this skewer, and you see these 3 round, like, balls of just like this golden crisp bread.
Are those
He's like,
mac and cheese bites?
They
on
are
a
they
skewer?
are mac and cheese balls on a skewer.
Ooh.
He goes, I have perfected it to make it into a wonderful just travel food.
I'll take 2.
I'll take 3.
Vanica looks at everyone else and goes, I'll take 4.
And the young lady in the back, anything for you?
You're supposed to say 5. Say you'll take 5.
Why not 10?
That's skipping numbers, but all right. I don't know how this works.
What are we talking about? Sorry, food? Huh?
Food
Food.
on a stick.
Mac and cheese.
Kebabs.
Macaroni and cheese on a stick.
As he
Oh
goes,
my god, have you ever had deep fried macaroni and cheese
yes,
balls?
I have.
My god.
Yes, I have. I love them.
Yes.
As he goes,
How much?
he goes, actually, that's a good way to put them. Mac and cheese kebabs.
Just kind of reaches for like belt, finds her pouch. How much?
Well, you said you wanted 2, you wanted 3, you wanted 4, and how many did you want?
Looks at the kebab size.
They're decent size, like mac and cheese balls.
5 will do.
So a total,
We
so
did it, guys.
2, 3, 5, 9, 14. Okay, so for 14 of those, you're looking at 14 silver.
All right, I got this, and she just pulls out a gold piece and another gold piece.
And he's like,
I needed to pick me up.
as he he gets everything together and he gives you the change back. And then he just, like, a little mechanical arm kind of just like reaches out across to like bridge the gap between you guys, and he just starts handing each of you your food, and each one of them also comes with like this very bright and fruity smelling beverage. It's like almost like a yellowish orange liquid, but it's very cool to the touch.
Is this a type of juice?
Yes. Its prime ingredient is cactus fruit.
Oh, that's lovely. Oh, I definitely would love one, please.
And each one of your orders comes with like one of these like these small little containers of this cactus juice infused drink.
God damn it, I'm hungry now. I need to order for lunch.
Cactus
Why am I so thirsty and hungry? Rojan making food again.
juice. It'll quench ya.
You're going into a town that's about to have like a huge chef competition.
And I haven't eaten today. It's not good. Oh my goodness.
If
Yeah,
you're playing
no,
bingo, that
Vanica's
definitely counts.
Yeah, Vanica is definitely happy and is definitely chowing down. How much for all this?
Oh, it's already been paid, but it was only 14 silver.
Oh, okay. She was too distracted by the food.
Oh,
And like,
delicious, thank you.
yeah, you bite into these mac and cheese balls and they are just pristine.
I
Oh, so
really have
cheap.
one for myself, and I give the other one to Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky like sits there and he like turns his head and he's trying to figure out how to like eat it. And you just see him sort of just walk up and he just like unhinges his jaw and just takes it all into his mouth.
Does he eat the skewer, or do I just hold the skewer?
You
for
just
him?
hold the skewer because he just pulls it off.
Like, you need to eat something other than bacon. There's other good food out there.
Like mac and cheese balls. Yeah.
Right?
And you see
I
him
know.
just like opening and closing his mouth as he's like chewing the entirety of this like mac and cheese ball.
Do you like it?
He mumbles something, but his mouth is so full that you can't really process what he says.
Thanks for the treat, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you. We got plenty of rest on that ride. All right. Kind of takes in her surroundings. Oh, we're not actually that far, are we?
No, we're pretty close. Vanica's been doing a great job.
As of you.
I
I heard y'all talking beforehand.
I actually forgot that I was supposed to be holding the reins. I dropped them a while ago.
Well,
You see the reins are
It's
sitting.
not hard to stay on a road.
you see the reins are sitting on the floor of the like driver's compartment, but the horses are completely well behaved and are completely just even more spring in their step heading towards Windermere.
Nice.
They're doing like the happy like Christmas horse trot.
Yeah.
They're just the high leg, just prancing. I'm glad you were able to get some rest, and of course, eating will definitely help with your energy because we should be there. It's in our sights soon, so I would hope by the end of the day.
All right. I think I can take over.
Are you sure? I don't mind either way if you want to still rest.
Well, the other thing is y'all only got a short rest before we left, so y'all need yours as well. And once we get there, I can, shake you awake if you need it.
I need to check. I think I'm like an elf. I think
Oh,
I'm an
yeah.
elf.
You kind of do trance things too?
Let me see here. I don't remember. It's been a hot minute. I need to look. Hold on. I was like, I haven't slept in a while. What do I do?
Yeah, I was just checking. I was like, do I have all my spells?
No, I still need to sleep. Yeah, no, okay. I couldn't remember. Yeah, no, I need sleep. I mean, I don't mind finishing this and taking, what have I heard before? A food coma? Although I hope I wake up.
You will.
Yeah, I've had a few of those myself. All right. Well.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, and thank you again for the food. These are so good. Who would have thought to put them in a ball? I wonder if it would work in a square.
Tries not to think too hard on it and just gets it.
Yeah.
She's still got like at least a couple more left, so like
Yeah.
she's good.
And if there's like 3 on one skewer, like that'll last you. Now I know before with like vehicle handling, that's something that you have to practice, right?
Yeah, that vehicle handling is a skill that can be learned.
Can I work on learning?
Yes, you can. Many people are seemingly working on this, but yes, you can. It will be a skill tree, and it'll be 35, pretty much 35 ticks on the clock in order for it to work. And the way that these work is you dedicate 8 hours into practicing. And every time you dedicate 8 hours, you get to roll a d6. And depending on what you roll is how many ticks that are from the clock are removed.
Okay. Are we about? I mean, we're probably over 8 hours from Windermere, so.
You're not 8 hours from Windermere. You're close by.
I thought it was midday and we would be there by night.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking like high noon.
No. It's like you'll be there probably like around sunset. With the pace of the horses going. I completely forgot you guys had horses for a moment.
No, we had dogs. Remember?
First dogs. Well then I would like to dedicate a couple hours at least to vehicle handling. Can I do that and then learn more later and then roll the d6?
I mean, yeah, it's just you're gonna have to keep track of the hours in order to do it.
All right.
But okay, so how are you learning? Are you just watching Danny steer the horses for today?
Yeah, pretty much, at least for now, like the last length of the trip. I was like, Danny, can you do me a favor and teach me how to do that?
Grab a seat.
And she's like, ooh! And she jumps up and she's just like, okay.
All right. And she's going to immediately just hold the reins in front of her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, grab them.
Okay.
All right. You see how there's 2 sides?
Yes.
You pull on one side to turn one way, you pull on the other to go the other way.
Oh, okay.
Next thing is knowing how to stop. Give him a nice, easy tug back. And the horses stop. Alright. You have learned 2 basic moves.
Okay.
Now, if you want to go, just give it a nice little whip. And they start going again.
Since you're giving the whip, can I get a vehicle handling
no.
check from you?
If anything, I use dexterity for mine.
It would be
Okay.
dexterity.
So D20 plus dex.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that makes sense. I'm still new. It's well, this it's a total of 6.
Oh dear.
Fuck.
Don't worry, I'm there.
Yeah.
So
Can I get that with advantage?
do we get the warning sign of the horses?
Oh,
and
no.
then going.
Oh no.
Oh, it's just gone.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Cass,
no,
can
no,
you
this is-
roll me a d20, please?
See, again, this is the Little Mermaid moment.
This is bad.
17.
Okay, that's not bad. So you don't like just do a little whip. You just full scale, just like put everything into it. And Danny, you can see just the wave traveling down the stirrup or the whatever I forget what it's called. I don't ride horses.
Reins.
The reins.
The reins as they just, and you just see it and just cracks the horses, and they
Oh,
just
dear.
instantly jump and they just start hauling ass down the road.
She will reach over for the reins. She won't do anything immediately, but she's glad she's sitting down at the least. So she's braced herself into the area and is just going to try and rein them in. So I guess that would be a strength check.
Yeah, it's gonna be a strength check though, because of how I'm gonna say it's gonna be made normally because it's not too bad.
Okay. Oh, thank goodness. We're looking at a dirty 20 with just strength.
You take the reins from Zafira and you just grip and you just begin to pull back, and it takes probably about like 10-15 seconds to get the horses back under control, but thankfully you were in a clear stretch of road. So nobody got run down, you guys weren't taken off the road, nothing on the cart broke.
Once she has it calm, she's gonna breathe for a second and then just immediately turn her head. Everyone fine back there?
You see Vera, like, part of her back almost like is partially melded into the side of the wood paneling, as you can see like the vines and stuff kind of sticking out, and she's like, it was a little bumpy, but it's okay. We're
Okay.
fine.
Alright.
Fine.
Chloe?
Chloe is like half in Vanika's lap, just half holding onto the edges of the cart. Just gives you a little thumbs up, little shaky thumbs up.
Alright. And Zenith?
Oh god, we lost Zenith.
No, you see Zenith kind of
She
like
fell off the road.
Zenith has like their hand around pretty much the or like over the back compartment that connects the back to the driver's seat, and she's just white knuckling it with one hand and she's still just reading her book.
Now that's determination. Alright. I'll take over from here.
Mm-hmm.
I think she just has constant prestidigitation, like almost like headphone static in her ears. So she's like, I'm just gonna tune everyone out.
All right. With that,
Sorry.
you no. Everybody has a learning curve. Trust me, I was much worse when I started. I ran with the horses. All right. So, all right, here we go. And she'll just give it a nice calm whip this time and
Okay.
continue on.
And as you
To
can,
help Vanica, we'll just kind of shout out to the horses, going like, please be patient with her. She's learning. I'm so sorry if that startled you. Just like trying to calm the horses down.
We just hear.
yeah, and you, Vanica, you look at the horses and they're a little
Tell them
spooked,
I'm sorry.
but they
And I will buy them apples when we get there.
they continue on down the road. And as
Promises.
you begin to grow ever closer, you begin to see the large stone wall around the city of Windermere, and some of the larger buildings tile roofing sort of hanging off these large brick buildings.
Hmm.
And as you grow closer, we are going to step away here for just a second for a quick break, and we will be right back.
Alrighty.
Okie dokie.
That's frustrating.
And we are
Yeah.
back. Sorry about that.
Oh.
I had to step away to get some Excedrin because I can feel the migraine coming on.
Oh, smart move.
Because
Smart
the
move.
damn ring lights behind my monitor just kill me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oof.
I need to get new ones.
Yeah.
Like soft lighting.
Yeah, something that isn't whatever lights are in these ring lights, because I've had these ring lights for 6-7 years now, and like ever since I've had them, they give me nothing but migraines every time I use them, but I still use them
Oh, yeah, that's time to switch it up. I'm so sorry.
because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so as you are progressing down the road and night is setting upon you, you reach the large stone walls of Windermere. The gates still open. And even though the festival has not yet begun, the city is already in a state of pre-gaming as the night streets are just alive with people, both locals and tourists that are coming in for the festival or participating in the festivities, or just there to make a quick buck or two while these games are going on. But it is definitely a night from day comparison from in Tregarin, where the city was a little more relaxed, a little more contained in its excitement. Windermere seems to be living its best life right now.
As we approach the city walls, I will pull up the hood on my disguised cloak
Okay.
and change my appearance into if we saw a high elf somewhere along the road.
Hmm?
I would,
You did not see a
swap
high
you.
elf. You did not see a high elf.
If we saw a regular elf somewhere on the road, regular elf is my second choice.
Okay. Yes. You saw a couple elves. Given your time here, like on this continent, the only time you have actually seen a high elf was when you encountered those individuals from Kamiroska.
Regular elf it is.
Regular.
And it's easy with the grab bag of people that you had seen along the road. You just pull the cloak up and a face comes to mind, instantly copying somebody that you saw walking the opposite end on the river road, and now you look like this completely inconspicuous elf. And as you begin to like get closer to the gates, the guards are just like, everyone on foot traffic, they're just like waving the people in as when you get up to the cart. As the cart reaches the gate, they sort of like hold up a hand as the two guards from either side of the gate walk towards you. Travel, merchants, competitors.
Travel.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna need to ask you to do is take this wonderful cart of yours, go down this little road over here, and he points to the right, and there's like a side road. There is a carriage not a carriage, but a stable for carriages and their horses that we ask all travelers to store them at.
All right, sounds good to me. And she will start guiding it that way.
Mm.
And then we'll proceed to get it parked, hitched, everything, and then grab her stuff.
As you pull away, guards maintain their positions and keep welcoming people in as they're just piling into the city.
When we get to the stable, I look or can I give them? I don't have app. Can I I have okay. Is there some like a stable hand there or anything?
Oh yeah, there are multiple stable hands there. You guys pull into the stables and you see it is almost packed.
Okay.
They've got like carts like parked on the outside of the stable, like in like reserve parking, just because the amount of people that have come in by cart who are only here to travel for the festivities. They're not here as merchants or anything like that. But as you pull up, one of the stable hands sort of just runs over. Young man, probably, if they're lucky, 18, human, just runs up and he's like, just to let you know, we are almost filled to capacity, but looks like you only got 2 horses. Perfect for that. We're gonna have to put your cart on the outside of the stable. Don't have to worry, this close to the wall. No bandits or anything would even think of coming around here, so you know, perfectly safe. How long are you looking to stay?
No more than a couple days.
A couple days, okay. That's not bad. You staying here for the festival?
Yes.
Okay, so festival package is about a week. We can store your horses, feed them, upkeep them, make sure your cart's all nice and taken care of. For about a week, since it is festival pricing and everything, it's a bit of discount, so it's only going to be about 5 silver.
Oh, easily handled. And she'll grab the
I
chain.
can cover it since
sure?
it's my name on the deed anyway.
As
So.
everybody quick draws for their money pouch.
I was gonna say, like, I was going to give them like
I
a little
literally
bit
got
extra
that.
money, so that way I could apologize to the horses with extra food. I did give them a promise that I would buy apples.
Got all this change. I can't use it.
Look, I'm trying to like move into a more controlled money environment to where it's not just like, oh, everything is a gold.
That's fair. That's fair.
It's like, I don't know how many silvers in a gold?
10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like
it's 100 copper for a gold, 10 copper for a gold, and
think of it
then
like
And copper for a
penny,
silver.
penny, dime, dollar, and
Yeah.
Hamilton.
yep.
So,
He takes your payment and he's like, all right, go ahead and get off here, grab your stuff. We'll take the horses, unhitch them, move the cart, everything like that. So all of you can, you know, get situated in town. By the way, do you have a place to stay already?
We didn't have one in mind. Do you have a recommendation?
Well, places, because of course the festival's, you know, picking up and it's a huge thing. Places are really filling up fast, but if you're looking for a nice affordable room, friendly people, good food, everything like that, the Winding Worm is where I would say to go.
Winding Worm.
You're gonna
Easy
go,
enough to remember.
you're going through the gates back here, head down to Main Street, make a left. You can't miss it. It's got a giant purple worm on the side, on its sign. You know, you go in there, tell them Trevor sent you, and they'll get you situated.
All right, Trevor. That sounds
Thank you,
good to me.
Trevor.
And he sort of like helps each of you off the cart and everything, and a couple more stable hands come by, unhitch the horses, take them into the stables and start, you know, getting them situated, as another group sort of picks up the cart from the front barding area and just begins dragging it off into the reserve parking that they have outside the stables.
As we begin walking and like kind of out of earshot, I turn to Danny, and I'm just like, I'm concerned about the circus still following, like, if because they're still going to be here.
It's true. They are going to be here.
I don't.
Do we want to be known in the area?
If we leave the cart right by the wall, they would recognize it anyway, I feel.
True.
I mean, it's
We
a
recognize
rather nondescript cart.
Okay.
I mean, if anyone saw the sad box that was in there, maybe they could put two together, but you have a feeling that it's a very generic cart. You guys haven't painted it or anything like that, so you're still good on that end.
Okay.
And you don't really feel as if you, even though you yourself, because you did your creepy vision stuff, even though you know what they're up to, you don't feel like they hold any sort of animosity against you.
Okay.
It was like it kind of feels like they've had situations with individuals like you before where they saw what happens to thieves and they just pieced out because they couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
So if
I
anything,
left a note too.
left a note too.
Yeah. To also help out with Cass, it did seem like they were up to stuff, or at least like something was
Mm-hmm.
possibly able to go wrong with them.
That's
with
that's
your
what I was.
information. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's what I was afraid of like, I don't know, but
I mean, like,
it's fine. As
given
long as there's nothing to worry about, then I guess there's nothing to worry about.
given what you saw in your vision, 100% reasonable why you would be worried about them.
So, I mean, if there's no animosity towards us, at least, I just don't want freaking on-site like issues.
Well, let's try to be civil then with them if they decide to approach us.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason why we would approach them unless we absolutely had to. And being wary, that's my MO. So take that as you will.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, I won't do anything without letting you all know.
Okay. So let's go to the Winding Worm.
All right.
And as you make your way into the gates of Windermere, it is a very stark difference as to what Danny you're used to in Trey Garen. Well, Trey Garen had like a very like homey feel to it, where like the community seemed to be more tight-knit, more dependent on one another. You go into here and it is a very beautiful town, very fine cobbled roads. Every one of the houses are made out of like beautifully cut brick. The tiles seem to be of like some sort of ceramic. Like everything is just very beautiful and uniform with one another. There are iron lanterns like along the streets, just lighting it up for everybody. Everything is well lit. Like, and even as you walk in, you feel like somebody is piping in, like it's either coming from the walls of the city or every one of like the front landings of these houses have like this incense smell coming off of them, and it's very welcoming, very relaxing, almost like a combination of like crushed roses and cinnamon.
She scrunches her face and she's not a fan.
It's
of
overpowering. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like walking into a Bath and Body Works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
like walking that into that or into a Sephora. You walk into a Sephora and all of your senses get flashbanged.
I got a headache the first time I ever went to one just because of that.
Yeah.
But because my sister worked there, I eventually got used to it.
If Cass ever wants to go into a Sephora, I wait outside because that I could smell it. I could smell it from like 50 feet back, and I just start getting flashbanged. It's like, no thanks.
It's not Sephora, it's Lush that you
Lush, whatever. That's what it is. It's Lush. But
yeah, fair.
It's just a very beautifully laid out town. It seems that like whoever set this town up took months and months of preparation to make sure that everything was in its right spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely cleaner here.
Very, very fancy.
Seems bigger than the last place we went.
Yeah.
Yeah, like compared to Trey Garen, Windermere is massive.
Which is odd when you look at the key for the map.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Trigarin was a starting point, so that's fine.
That's
It's a
true.
Start.
That's true. Yeah. Point of interest. For
What's
sure.
the capital of?
There is no capital because there's technically no ruling body here.
Got
It's
it.
all self-contained. Yeah, and it is something that throws you off because for everything that everybody knows, Windermere is a town,
Mhm.
and this thing, this is a very large town.
City.
No, Trey Garen's a city.
Yeah. But it's
And
also like farmland kind of thing.
Mm.
Almost. Like the in-between for
Mhm.
Rinceran and Windermere, so
Yeah.
that
You
port
kind of get
town.
you kind of get the feeling that Trey Garen is also considered a city because it has a port, whereas Windermere is landlocked.
Mhm.
It's also my understanding that Tregaron is classed as a city because of its proximity to the academy.
Mm.
That too.
So where should we go find a place and settle in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think before it gets too late, let's head to the worm.
Yep. And it's like after you've stored your horses in your cart and you've made your way into the city, it's about like 6-7 p.m. You know, just about the time that everybody is like settling down for their evening meals or piling into the taverns. And as you're walking through the main thoroughfare from the entrance of Windermere, as you make it to the main street square, you can see that there are carts everywhere and teams working fast and hard as every one of them seems to be setting up like a large cooking station in the square. By your count, there are about 12 of them.
Place
Oh,
is going
my.
to be busy tomorrow.
Yeah, this is gonna be quite the event, it looks like. Oh my. Do any of you want to be involved in the competition?
You have to be able to cook, right?
Oh, no,
I
you don't
a
have to be
skill.
able to cook. It's like this very well-dressed dwarf, like a suit that almost like beams authority, sort of walks up beside Vanica. Oh, you don't need to be a cook. Some of these teams still need their ingredients to say, and rules of Battle Chef is you can't bring your own meat. You got to procure it.
Oh, there's layers to this competition. Oh my.
Okay. So they're asking for hunters and gatherers too.
Some teams are looking for individuals of the nature to be able to go out and get them prime cuts of meats. I mean, if you are individuals that are skilled in this nature, I know my team is looking for somebody to fill that role.
Dibs.
Does it? Oh, okay. I mean, does it
What-
matter what we have to procure?
Yeah, what
Like,
type of-
is there a rule?
The only rule is it has to be hunted and obtained outside the city walls. You can't go to like the butcher and get a cut of prime beef.
So it could be anything from like a rabbit to an elk to like an owlbear.
Yes, most definitely. Yes.
Cool.
And seeing as how this is a very long competition, the way that it's set up is the first couple days, the group's hunters or the team's hunters go out into the wilderness around Windermere, and if they're fast enough or they have the means, down into like the Harlequin, or fishing up some game in the rivers or whatnot, procuring whatever cuts of meat that they can, and they bring it back. And I've seen people make wonderful stews out of rabbits. I've seen people come back with rare cuts of like something from a bullet or something and make just a wonderful marbled steak. It just all depends on what the hunters bring back is what the chefs have to work with.
Oh, so they don't really judge by like how fancy the meat is, it's how it's cooked.
Yes, but the more prime the cut and the more rare the creature that you come across could bolster the points in originality.
Oh,
because everybody's had, you know, a cut of a side of beef, or had, you know, pheasant or anything like that, but not many people have had, say, sandworm or scorpion or, as I said, bullet. So it doesn't necessarily mean you win, but it gives the points for originality, and because it tests our chefs in the way to prepare this, because maybe they've never cooked it before, but it gives them a chance to.
What's Pullet?
Best way to think of it is it. You know what a shark is?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a land shark. And one of my favorite monsters. I love bullets. Fucking fucking land sharks.
Land
I
shark.
look at it, I just say armored mole, armored armadillo.
Oh no, it quite literally is a land shark.
Oh
There you
my.
go.
But yes, the first 3 days are all dedicated to the hunters. Day 4, everything is brought back. The cuts are made. The beef is chosen, or the sides are chosen. Day 5, 6, and 7 are all dedicated to preparing various dishes for the judges. Now, if you
Oh wow.
I am willing to pay. You know, I can't really, you know, ask you all to go out and hunt my team up some meat and not really, you know, offer to, you know, sweeten the deal on your end.
What does
It
the
is-
winning team get?
The winning team gets a pot. Well, I don't mean a cooking pot. I mean a pot of money.
Oh,
Now, with that
Put
said,
money in a pot?
it's an old term. And yes, technically, technically yes. You know, back when it was first made, people would put the money in the pot, and whoever won the bet or whatever got the pot. So it's just a word that's sort of stuck with us as time has gone on. But
Oh, okay.
I like, win or lose, I'm willing to pay you all for your participation. Now, if we win, you will get a cut of the pot as well, as you are official members of the team.
Can I sweeten the pot? Did I use that right? Can I?
Is he kind of he raises an eyebrow and is like, how would you exactly sweeten the pot?
For our services, she tries to say, like, look pretty confident. She's like, for our services, would love a piece of what you cook. I'm very curious how it turns out.
Is he smiles like, oh no, you know, you don't have to worry about that. You will be well fed. After after all is said and done, like, we make sure that everyone goes home with, you know, whatever is hunted up and whatever is cooked. You don't have to worry about that.
Perfect. Oh, lovely. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I meant absolutely.
yeah. After everything that we've been through, this actually sounds like a really, really nice distraction.
Agreed. Actually.
All right, got us intrigued and wanting to sign up.
Perfect.
Oh, wait, hold on. She does like the gesture for everyone to huddle in real quick. It's like,
Mhm.
before we do this again, do we want to make sure he's not part of like a cult or like a hag or anything like that?
He kind of just looks over her shoulder real
I'm
quick.
just learning. I'm just learning from our past mistakes. That's all.
Danica, I
Yeah.
think it's fine.
Are
Fair
you
enough.
sure? Because we thought it was fine last time.
We could do a vibe check, but he seems
What's a
to be
vibe
okay.
check?
We can
Like an aura reading?
Have you felt like you've been lied to at all?
Oh yes, I'm from the Feywild all the time.
Okay. Did you feel like that when you were talking with him?
Well, I didn't feel that way from the last time we talked to the other people.
Fair enough.
All right. Then I think it's okay.
Granted, I also didn't roll for it because Vanica blind trust sometimes.
I feel like
Sometimes.
I'm pretty good at spotting hags at this point, and I don't think he's a hag. So we're good on that front, at least.
Okay, I trust
He
you.
He definitely doesn't seem like a hag, and I know what hags look like, so.
And as you're having this conversation, you look back at this well-dressed dwarf. You see him pull out just like this beautiful pocket watch and sort of flip it open. And as it does, it opens up into like 3 different time faces. And he takes a look at it and nods and shuts it up and puts it back into his coat pocket.
That's a fancy contraption.
Do you say that to him or to the group?
Both.
So he's like, yeah, it's a family heirloom. It of course takes time, but it also keeps track of time in other areas.
How interesting. There's time in other areas? Like different from ours?
Yes. You know, while it might be day here, other side of this big old world, it's night. So gotta adjust for time.
Well, I guess that
What?
makes sense. Yeah.
Why would you care about if it's night or not somewhere you're not?
I can say that. So you know we have these things called letters or messages. So say
Yeah?
you send it to somebody and you expect a response within a few days. You know that when it gets there, it's going to be nighttime, so that when they wake up in their daytime, it'll be our nighttime. So they have time to respond and send it back.
That's a good gist of things. It lets me know where the time and the day and whatnot in my locations where I have other businesses.
Oh, what
Oh,
other businesses do you have?
Well, aside from running a battle chef team here, I have my own restaurant. I also own a portion of a shipping company, and I am looking into getting into a mining operation for precious gems soon.
oh wow. That's a
So
lot.
You like travel the world there, huh?
From time to time, yes. Though I kind of like it here. Also, the waters are very choppy trying to get out of here, so you know, booking passage on a strong enough ship can be a bit of a hassle. But when I do have time, I do tend to leave this area.
Do you ever like take passengers on your journeys?
I'm normally a passenger on the journey. I don't tend to own my own boat. Well, yet anyway. I'm having one custom made for me at the moment, but it's going to be another 6 months before it's done. But if you're ever in the mood to travel to other locations, you know, maybe help me out on my business ventures. You know, if we come across each other again, let's call this an interview process, this little hunt that I want you to go on. Do well enough, maybe I'll have business for you in the future.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I think I want to travel the world.
I would miss you.
You could always come along.
Oh, I don't know about that. It's
After-
complicated.
We solved the corruption issue, maybe, in your forest. Maybe you could get, I don't know, permission? I don't really know how you work outside of your forest.
Yeah, it's well, we'll see after everything's done. So hunting. We're hunting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
What is around here that we can go hunt?
Well,
I mean, there's
like-
the Harlequin Forest, but that's probably way too far.
Now that's where magic comes into play. We select where you go. Our team mage open little gateway to there, drop you where you need to go, and you'll have a little fancy stone to bring you back in time. That way nobody misses, dropping their food off.
Mm.
Nice.
That's very good. It's reassuring.
So I can give you the full rundown of how things will work if you want to meet me at the team stall tomorrow morning. You all look like you're a little road worn and need a hot meal and a nice bed tonight.
Oh yes, we've had a very long couple of days.
Mhm.
This is where are you staying?
We heard the wiggling worm.
The
was
toad.
available.
Oh, the worm.
Oh, the worm.
Maybe.
You spoke to Trevor, didn't you?
We did.
Yeah,
How
we
did
were
you? How
on
did
our
you know?
His
way
mom
to get the
mom
rooms.
owns the worm. So,
I did ask
Both-
about the recommendation.
bolstering business for the family and all.
Is that a bad thing?
No, not
No.
not at all. The worm is a very fine establishment.
Oh.
How's this? I will pay for your room and board as well as a bit of a incentive to join the team.
Oh my, thank you so much.
Oh,
If it's no
sure.
trouble.
Oh, not at all.
I'll never say no to a free room.
Okay.
Gives you a nod. He's like, all right. So reaches down. He gets like a small coin bag and he just sort of weighs it in his hand for a moment. And then he tosses it over to Danny. That should cover it.
Very well.
Should get you some of the better rooms. And then food there, wonderful. One thing I will say about Windermere is even when this whole competition isn't going on, the food here is pristine no matter where you eat. It's one of the things that Windermere prides itself on is its food.
Understandable.
Very important.
I mean,
Don't mess with my food.
it
you know?
should be the culinary college is here.
Culinary college?
Yes, it's where the bards who wish to inspire people with food and drink attend instead of, song and dance.
I didn't know.
Because you can't tell me a baker and a cook and everything aren't bards.
It's true.
Absolutely are.
There's a little bit of magic in there.
Look, there's enough anime out there about cooking to even prove that is its own seductive art form.
You eat a
And-
good meal, you can't tell me you don't have bardic inspiration.
True.
Oh, 100%.
That's why you do little happy dance
Mhm.
when you have good food.
Or if you're me, you just melt in your chair because it's amazing.
Same.
All right. So we head to the worm.
He goes, oh, where are my manners?
Oh.
I never introduced
I was about to
myself.
ask.
When you, my name is, Barnabas Hearthfire.
Barnabas.
Oh,
Pleasure to meet you.
You can find me and the team over in stall 14. Not 14, I'm sorry, star 12, because there was only 12 stalls.
Right.
I'll catch you all bright and early. That way we can get you all situated and ready to go once the horn sounds.
Yeah,
sounds
seems
good to
agreeable.
me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the team. Hope you have a wonderful night and a happy meal.
One more thing. Does your team have like a team name?
Ah. You know, we haven't decided on a team name yet.
Trap Fox, don't do it. It's a trap.
I just couldn't pass up the opportunity to turn the tables and ask the DM what his team's name is instead of the other way around.
He's like, you know what? Forum does call for a team name, and we need to have it turned in before tomorrow. You know what? I'm gonna name it after my my granddad's brewery, the Bouncing Billy Goat.
That's actually
Now
cute.
that's actually good.
Bouncing Billy Goat.
I like it.
Yeah.
Gives you a pretty obvious mascot too.
So
I
does that
did
mean that we're
inherit the
gonna-
brewery. I could use it as a mascot.
It's like endorsements.
Indeed.
Sponsorship? Sponsorship. There you go.
I like it.
Does that mean that we're gonna be looking for a goat?
No. That's just the name of the brewery that my grandfather owned. It was just the Bouncing Billy Goat.
Okay, I just didn't know if you wanted a match or anything.
No. The name comes from something comical that he saw in his younger days. He was, coming from, a day in the mines when he was a younger lad, and there was a bit of a jolt in the earth, and a billy goat sort of fell from upon high on the mountain. But for some reason or another, the billy goat landed on its side and bounced up about 15 feet and landed on its hooves once again, just continued walking along. So that's how the Bouncing Billy Goat was made.
And that is kind of a funny image.
Yeah. As long as the goat was okay, I don't mind it.
Goat's
I
fine.
mean, we had a bouncing sheep not too long ago.
We did.
That kept yelling at you.
Bad.
Bah, bah, bah.
Well, I will let you get on your way. I need to go turn in these registration papers.
Right.
I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
Have a good night.
You too. He walks off, sort of. You can see that he's got a bit of a like a little pip in his step now, as he just begins to hum to himself.
He just made me think of something. Should we have like a team name?
If we come up with a good one, sure.
Okay.
We'll start thinking about it. About what it should be.
Mhm. Don't want to give us a bad name, do we?
It's a big.
Oh gosh, no.
It's a big decision. It's a
Suppose
big
that-
decision.
Depends
group
on your
decision.
definition of bad.
Oh.
Bad can be cool.
Badass.
We're the Bad Badgers.
No.
Is that how it
I-
works? I thought
mean,
it had to be an
that-
animal.
That's kind of how it works. It doesn't have to be an animal.
Oh,
I mean, if it's gonna be an animal, not that I'm biased, but I think
Honey.
it should be a snake.
Oh, I thought you were going to say no.
Unlike you, I do not have the silver tongue.
so we're going to the worm?
A lot of alliteration. The worm.
Makes it easy to remember. Yeah.
All right, and you make your way down the cobbled streets towards the Winding Worm, and much like the directions that Trevor gave you, just down off the road of Main Street, you do see a very fine looking tavern tucked away on one of the corners of the street. A very large sign with a coiled up purple worm hanging from the signpost. And as you get closer to the door, a very inviting smell of like freshly baked sourdough bread sort of just pours out of the doors.
I do like bread. I head inside.
This whole town smells so good.
Right?
It's
It
a
is
bit
making me
much.
hungry.
The bread's a nice change from all of the spices. Ugh.
And as you walk in, the inside of this establishment is again pristine, very pristine looking hardwood floors. They seem to be managed on like a daily basis. Very finely crafted tables and chairs are spread out across the main floor of the tavern. A few patrons are in there already enjoying some food and drink and company of each other. The bar itself is in like a semicircular shape with various like pots of potted plants hanging from small hooks just decorating above it. And you see that there are like what appear to be wildflowers sort of pressed into the countertop of the bar, separated with like a very thin piece of glass. And as you walk in, coming from the back is this older human woman, probably early 50s, like just the front part of her dress and her apron are just like covered in like flour. She's just like sort of like dusting her hands off. Ah, more people. Haven't seen you around, travelers.
Indeed.
Yeah.
From Tregarin.
Tregarin. You've traveled a couple days down here. You here for the festival?
Indeed.
Ah, perfect. I don't mean to intrude, but did Trevor give you the name of this place?
Yes.
Yes.
That's my boy.
Also met up with another gentleman by the name of Barnabas.
Ah, Mr. Barnabas. Yes, he's a very lively fellow. But
I
you
would
know,
agree.
I like him.
welcome to the Winding Worm. I am the owner and proprietor, Matilda. If there is anything I can do for you, please let me know. I assume that if Trevor sent you here, you're looking for rooms.
Yes, if you're not full already.
Oh, no, we most definitely still have room. You know, this is more of a local establishment than one of the fancy hotels and whatnot that have been put up, but what we can provide is more of a homely feeling.
I think that's what we
Oh.
all need.
Perfect. Well, if you're here for the festival, I hope it's not too much, but it's going to be about a gold for the entire time that you stay here. A gold per room, I should say.
Okay. Not too terrible.
But the gold also covers breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh,
How big are the rooms?
The rooms are big enough to fit about 2 people if need be, but for a singular person, it is very comfortable.
Barnabas gave us the money to cover the rooms, right?
Yep. and
Oh, you
pulls
must be a
out
part of his
little-
team then.
Yeah, he
Indeed.
just hired us.
Wonderful.
yeah.
See, she takes the coin purse and she's like, she takes out 5 gold coins because your other companion, or because Malls isn't here, I'm still going to take it out for Zenith.
Hmm.
takes the 5 gold
Oh.
coins, seals the bag up, and hands it back to you. And there's probably about like 3 gold left in there.
Okay.
She goes, well, you're just in time for dinner. We've
Kinda
got
looks for a table.
oh, there are open tables. She's like, tonight's meal is sourdough bread bowls with a bit of a lobster chowder inside.
That sounds good.
I will have those out to you in just a bit. What do you all take for drink?
What is your stiffest ale?
Stiffest ale. Well, there are 2. There is one here from a local brewery, which is the Blackberry Meadery.
Oh.
And then there is one that is from a bit of a ways away. Across the seas, if you would. It's from the Crag's End Brewery. From what I understand, it's give me a moment. It's that sneeze just wiped my brain. What the hell?
Oh gosh, been there.
It's a Goliath brewery.
Okay.
Can I
Well-
have one of each?
Of course.
Yeah, I'll just take the local special.
The local, okay.
I'll take a bottle of whatever wine you've got on hand.
Do you like sweeter wine or more pronounced?
We'll start with the sweet.
Okay. And you miss?
Actually, the sweet wine actually sounds lovely. I make that 2, please.
Wonderful. Go ahead and take your seats. I will get your meals and your drinks out for you.
Thank you. It's been really nice here so far. That's good, right?
Everyone's been super nice, and with the festival going on, we should be in for a really fun time.
I wonder what that's gonna be like.
Oh,
Just like greetings flailing everywhere or something.
I think we are actually going to have to use all of our skills to identify and procure certain game and veggies.
Yeah, are any of you good at carving animals out in the field? And does anybody have any like carving tools or anything with them?
I do have a set for rending, yes. It's these, and she holds up like hand axes. They're specially made for it.
I mean, if
Hand
all
axes?
else fails, we were told that we had to grab the meat. I don't know if we have to prep it ourselves or skin it.
I would say just getting it first would be the goal. I don't think we'll actually have to use these. And as you're looking at them, Chloe, they do look like they have serrations on them that are meant for hunting, like actual like procuring and skinning and tanning.
It's
and
a
all that
skinning
stuff.
axe.
Yep.
Axes just seem like an odd choice, but I guess if that's what you like to use, who am I
Knives
to
are for
judge?
the dinner table.
And also stabbing people.
We're talking about game, though.
And for stabbing game.
Much rather be able to chop off the head clean rather than having to try and chop at it all the time.
Well, if you catch them in like a snare or something, and if they're too big to just like break their neck, then you'll want to cut their throat.
That's what the friggin' gunblade's for. If I want to behead something.
A gun blade to... We have very different methods of
I
survival.
don't pull
you
the
and
trigger when I'm doing it.
I'm not judging.
I mean,
We're
adding
just
a
very
taste of
different people.
gunpowder to
This has never been more obvious.
True.
Quite honestly, I haven't done hunting in quite a while, not since before I became a guard. But it is a pastime for me.
I usually just turn into a snake and like eat
Hmm.
a rat or a rabbit or something.
Oh, that's all fine and good when you're doing it for yourself, but when you're trying to feed multiple people, you have to be very sparing with all the parts.
I've never ever had to feed multiple people before, so
Well, I'm glad to have you along so I can show you how it's done.
it'll be an adventure.
Mhm.
I shot a squirrel once in the forest.
On purpose?
Yeah, my grandma was trying to teach me how to hunt because I would eventually go off on my own. I used my crossbow and it worked. But she had to prepare the food. I was upset. I was young.
First time, got it.
Yeah, the first carving is always a difficult one.
Yeah. But I understand now, Amor. What type of food do you think that we should go for?
Well, local, obviously, but
Exotic.
That's what I was thinking.
exotic would be good.
I want everybody here.
I suddenly just had a very bad realization.
What's that?
Vanica,
Uh-huh.
We're not hunting your friends in the Harlequin Forest. That is just
Oh my,
it will-
wait, is that what forest?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. That
I
forest is
thought-
kind of far.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty
Oh.
close.
Oh.
Yeah. We just want to
Oh.
make that very clear. We're not going to try to do that there if we have a choice.
Yeah, no, I would very much appreciate that, please. I
Yeah.
don't actually have a lot of friends. That's actually
I just
I have a lot
want
of
to
friends.
just wanted to make sure that, if you see a friend, tell them to run away. Go, because
I
the last thing I want to do is just end one of your friends' fat lives.
I mean, to be completely honest, I can only think of one friend that would be more on the outer parts of the forest. Everyone else will be very much deep within, which I doubt will make to mainly because literally you guys will get lost or die. But no, but I can only think of one friend that would actually potentially be on the outskirts. But if this is an annual thing, maybe he won't be there? Maybe he's aware of it? I never asked. But then again, I didn't know this was a thing. Huh. But if I see one of my friends, I will definitely yell, "Stop! Don't! Shoot! Friend!"
Hmm.
Something like that.
That works.
In the moment, it'll sound more natural, I'm sure.
Right. All right.
So if anyone is trying to think of ideas of where to hunt for or what kind of game you would be able to find around this area, can each of you give me a survival roll?
Yes. Actually, I'm gonna double check.
Actually, I'm gonna make this a group survival roll. So we're gonna go off of just pretty much pass fail, see who knows what, and then I will tell you where you might be able to find some more rarities if you're looking for that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So Chloe.
24.
Nice. Saphira.
5.
Danny.
There. Also 24.
And Vanica.
Natural 20 for 28.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Okay. So You do know that where Windermere is at, you don't know why. You think that seeing as how this is a place for like where culinary is like top of line and stuff, game wouldn't necessarily want to stick around here because people be hunting left and right. For some reason, there is game everywhere. With that said, if you are looking to do anything rare, there is most definitely the Harlequin Forest, as there are, you don't know
A lot
what
of Fae in there too.
there's a lot of Fae in there, yes, but there are also a lot of Fae creatures that have stumbled over from the Feywild, which are most definitely not of this plane of existence. You do know if you go a bit south, and to the east of the Harlequin Forest in just that open grassland across from the river, there are some more stronger predators, along with rumors of a dragon being down there somewhere.
Oh my.
Like that area is, people warn anyone going down there to be careful, as the creatures down there are a bit more aggressive, but they're not like, you know, your basic cows or anything like that. So if you're looking for more rare stuff, right there. The rivers and streams that connect like underneath Windermere and run alongside the Harlequin and out into the ocean are full of fish and other sort of aquatic delicacies. And to the north, right along the border of that corrupted area that you had previously went to fight the individual who had stolen Sigmund's soul, for some reason being near the corrupted area has made the I don't want to say deer because they're not deer. I think it's antelope because it's grassland. For some reason the antelope their meat is wonderfully tender, but at the same time they seem to have this weird ability to generate magical happenings in people for a short amount of time. It's like one of the positive side effects of growing up or being too close to like a corrupted area for a while. The meat of the animals seems to bolster individuals who eat it. Though you also run the risk of running into corrupted creatures and stuff as well.
Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So it is up to you where you want to go.
Okay.
Seems like either I'm down for either the grasslands in the south, maybe like close to the river, or not the river, but close to the water would be cool, or maybe even the corrupted antelope. But
Corrupted. Do we want to have tainted meat?
Magical meat.
But she said corrupted. Isn't it like tainted? Wouldn't that be bad?
Unknown, because I've never tried.
Oh.
I'm sure the creatures near the corrupted area are fine. We just don't want to eat the corrupted ones.
You do know that like it would be a delicate carving for those ones, but it would be a big payoff if you were able to successfully carve the beneficial meat from these creatures.
Yeah, it just depends on how far along their corruption is. If we can save the poor beast and at the same time, you know, salvage some goods,
I don't feel too terrible about that.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I would really like to try eating dragon, I don't think we're capable of taking a dragon down. So
Oh,
my
goodness,
my
no.
vote is for the area north.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised.
I wouldn't be against that.
I'm surprised Danny isn't chomping at the bit to go after the dragon.
Oh no, she might just. It depends on where we're dropped off. Because if we're
Yeah.
dropped off in that area, oh, well, oopsie
So
daisies.
so pretty much you've got
Yes,
the
we're hunting
bountiful,
a dragon.
like your options are the bountiful like river, the strange like the strange creatures from the Feywild or the Feylands in the Harlequin Forest, the dangerous area to the west of the forest, and then the corrupted area to the north would probably be what you feel would be the best bang for your buck for hunting.
Mm-hmm.
Overall, I think that we should talk with them before they drop us off somewhere, what we were thinking.
Yeah, that would be
And
the
it
best
depends on,
plan.
Yeah.
yeah.
And it
'cause-
also depends on what they're capable of.
Exactly. If they're not comfortable carving that type of meat, then we'll go with a different plan.
Good idea.
I would suggest when we get to them in the morning, we just let them know what the options are that we've heard of.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Although, another reason to go northward, we're looking for information on the corruption anyway, so
That is true.
going after animals that live around the corruption might aid us in our other quest.
That as well. So that's plan A, and then if they don't like that idea, we are a team, so
Yep.
we will go south instead.
Mm-hmm.
But for now,
Good
Red
idea. Yeah, or that sounds like a really good idea, actually.
Okay. So you have your options and you're going to present them to Barnabas and the team tomorrow. Your
Yes.
food is, like, as you're talking, your food has been brought out to you in just a very pristine bread bowl filled to the brim with this like lobster chowder.
How dare you make me hungry again?
Nom 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 nom.
I mean, too bad Zenith is resided to her room already, because she was telling me in the other town about bread bowls. So I'm very excited to try this.
An edible bowl made out of bread.
I know.
Best.
Who'd have thought?
I can always bring one up to her later.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
That's true. She's been distracted with her book
Her
lately.
books.
Lots of
Mhm.
things have happened. So yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah, I've also been a little bit distracted myself. I mean, aside from the whole, like murder thing, but I think I need to make some time in the next few days to get to know Whisperwind.
That's true.
That's true. You haven't had really any sort of one-on-one time with the individual that resides in Whisperwind.
So maybe after we do our hunting, I'll take some me time and get to know them.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Let's keep stuffing her face, I guess.
Yeah, essentially just like picking up the bowl and drinking it.
And as the sweet wine is emptied, we transition over to the other wine.
And it's just, the night is just extremely calming, extremely relaxing. The food that you eat is just absolutely amazing. And you are probably the most comfortable you have been in a very, very long time.
I like this place.
Sea is pretty good. Yeah.
It's nice, yeah.
Just starts drinking the ale. Oh, that's sweet. Oh boy.
The blackberry ale.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a sweet wine. It's like, as you said, you wanted it like you wanted the sharp ale. It's just the name of the brewery is the Blackberry Brewery.
Oh, okay. I thought that was
no.
the stiff ale.
No, it's not a blackberry ale. It is. You asked for a stiff ale, you got a stiff ale.
Okay, then she's good.
Yeah. Whereas Zafir heard blackberry and was immediately thought of, oh, blackberry ale.
No.
Slightly.
Like you take a drink out of that ale, and it is a very like sharp, hard ale.
You're like, oh, disappointment.
It's still good. It's still good.
It's like, there's no blackberries in this. But okay.
So as soon as you like finish your meals, I want everybody to note something on their character sheet.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh my.
I am in.
You have a buff right now for your characters
Oh, ooh.
All right.
called the Blessing of the Hearth.
Oh, I thought you said blessing of the worm.
No.
I was like, no, I don't want worms.
No, it could have been WYRM, but the hearth is better.
As long as you are within the city of Windermere, you regain hit points of 1 every 5 rounds. Also, skill checks.
Wait,
Any
I'm sorry. You said
you
blessing
regain
of the hearth, as long as you're within the city of Windermere, you get what?
you can regain 1 hit point every 5 rounds. On top of that, any skill checks that you make while inside the city have a +2 bonus.
Okay.
Now, does that, when we say we leave to go hunting and we come back?
It applies
Does
the
that
moment you come in.
Got it. Okay, so it still counts.
As Windermere has a little special something inside of it. They have a
Magic.
blessing stone.
And this is a feature for the actual city.
The feature for the actual city. Everybody who is in this city, if you've been in here for at least an hour, gains this benefit.
Oh man,
Oh, snap.
that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. It's where the College of Culinary is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
And it kind of makes sense because like everybody you've seen, you haven't seen a sick person, you haven't seen anybody downtrodden or everything like that. Everybody seems in perfect health, everybody seems happy, everybody just seems to be in their best way.
Safe from corruption, safe from the wilds.
Yep. And as you're sitting here, you just feel
Dang.
like you finish your meal and you feel something just wash over you, and it feels like home.
Oh man.
As every one of these
Alright.
cities that you visit from now on will have its own blessing.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Okay. So Tregarin didn't have one. obviously.
Tregarin didn't have one because Tregarin is a bit different from the rest of the cities.
That's fair. Okay. Alrighty. That's good.
You have to go out to
know.
sea before you get their benefit.
It's blessing of the ocean.
Yeah. Blessing of never will hurl overboard.
Blessing of
Never
Dramamine.
Blessing of the Kraken.
Yeah, the blessing of dopamine.
Blessing of dopamine.
No, Dramamine.
Dramamine.
Oh,
Dramamine. I was like, okay, both worked.
But as your meal finishes, you are provided each a key to your own rooms. Inside your rooms, it's very cozy, very quaint. It's got, you know, a bed and a small, like, I don't know how to describe it other than a beauty table, to where it's just got like the small countertop with the large mirror.
Oh, the armoire.
The vanity.
The
vanities,
yeah.
there you go. And it's got just a small writing desk. It's very, it looks like you're walking into some, like, just a standard bedroom. Has all the, not really creature comforts, but all the necessities that you would need to rest and prepare for the next day.
Does this inn either have like a communal bath area, or do the rooms have a tub?
Each one of the rooms has their own personal tub.
That's where I'm spending the next few hours.
Yeah, same.
And
definitely.
it's not one of those tubs where you have to grab a bucket of water and everything. There is a pull faucet that you can pull, and it pipes in hot water into the tub.
Filling that tub with hot water and bubbles and turning into a big old snake and crawling in there.
Yeah, you have sad box and then happy bathtub.
Happy tub.
Exactly.
Sad box, happy tub.
Yes.
Small snake for the sad box, big snake for the happy tub.
Okay. So as night begins to settle in after a very hearty meal, is anybody doing anything before they drift off to sleep?
I don't think so. I thought about it, but I'm like, no.
Yes, but nothing extensive. I'm just writing a letter.
Okay.
Writing a letter to my brother, which is something that Chloe does periodically, once every month or so. She'll send a letter to him, but she never includes a return address on it because she's moving around all the time.
And
where is write a letter?
Where is your brother situated?
He is still at home with the parents in Meyerfall.
Meyerfall, gotcha.
So she'll write out that letter and tuck it away in an envelope so she can send it off tomorrow morning.
Okay. Anyone else taking care of things?
Probably just calling out for Bram, and then just have them sit out by the windowsill.
Okay.
Can I work with Jabberwock and their speech?
Yes, you can. You can spend the night just like trying to teach Jabberwocky words other than bacon.
Yeah. Words other than bacon or my bacon.
My bacon. Yeah. Okay.
Do I roll for that?
Nope.
How much?
I'll roll for him because it's his thing.
Okay.
Jabberwocky is his own individual.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know if I had to do like an animal handling check or anything.
Nope. Cool thing about him is he is not an animal. Dragons are not considered animals. So animal handling wouldn't work on a dragon anyway.
Well then.
Okay. So if nobody has anything else they would like to do to take care of the night, Vanica?
No, I'm
Okay.
good. I thought about it, but I'm like, no, I'll wait.
Okay, so I have to say I saw Tilt's wink in chat and got worried.
Oh boy.
But we are going to take another quick break here so we could get up, freshen our drinks, everything like that. And when we come back, you guys can meet your battle chef team.
Woohoo!
So stick with us,
The
everybody.
bouncing belly goat.
We will be right back.
automatically get tagged on
And
doesn't mean you're part of it.
We are back.
Hi-ho.
I wrote
no.
"we good" on a sticky note. Hold up the camera. I realized that it's reversed.
I can still read it.
Reverse
on the
for
stick
you.
on the sticky side.
No,
That actually is a good idea to have that
No,
up for us to see.
I
Actually.
like I held this up, like I just grabbed like an old like sticky note, and it
Oh,
just says
God.
"we good," but it's backwards.
It's backwards for you, but
It's backwards for you, but I read it just fine.
Oh, that's weird.
So it's okay.
Oh, because
like-
my
yeah,
camera's
Discord
flipped.
is weird like that.
My
yeah.
Yeah, for
camera's
y'all,
flipped.
are y'all able to see which hand I'm raised right now? Which one is it?
To me, it looks like your left.
right hand.
On our left, but it.
Yeah,
Our
it's on
left,
my
your
left.
right.
Yeah,
Our left. Your left, my right.
Stage right.
My right hand.
opposite right.
Mhm.
Stage left.
So night passes. Everybody gets a wonderful sleep.
Mhm.
While in this town, long rests heal 2 exhaustion points.
Oh my. Look, some campaign, we rack them up like they're freaking Pokemon cards, and then other campaigns, every so often we'll get an exhaustion. So who knows?
Either
It's
way,
true.
it's good to know.
In some
Mhm.
campaigns, you get them so much that I have to create a raccoon gift that takes more off, and each of you got a Snuggie.
We love that fucking Snuggie.
I want to.
Ash still wears
Snuggie.
that when she snuggles up by the fire and reads her smut book.
It's become a family heirloom for the Zale family.
See?
Zoro, I started reading Smut again. If you have any Kindle Unlimited suggestions, let me know.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So interesting that it's on Kindle is what I meant.
Oh yeah, there's a,
I'm
there's
like,
a
oh
lot.
my.
But
Sadie
Amazon has
Kincaid
a
is
ton of
awesome.
it.
Mhm.
You can do
Well,
a
I'm
lot
looking
of
at all the wrong spots.
You can do a lot of self-publishing on Amazon, so you'll find
Oh.
it all over Kindle.
Yeah.
That's where I found the Minotaur milking farm video.
Oh
movie.
my.
No, I mean both.
You didn't
Minotaur
need to.
milkmaids?
You didn't need to say that on stream.
I'm
Let's go
sorry.
find Minotaur milking maids. Let's go.
Malls, thank you for that resub. We miss you too.
And they're not Minotaurs. The milky maids anyway.
Oh my.
It's- I could have just said the Minotaur book.
Yay.
Yeah, you could have. But
I'm
now,
sorry.
those of who don't know about it know that Minotaur milking farm is a thing. Cursed
Look,
information.
if Hanar milking Hanars is a thing.
Cursed information you will only hear on this channel.
I'm sorry.
But that aside, you wake up well rested in Windermere, feeling like you're waking up from a wonderful rest going into the weekend back home when you were kids. But as you wake up, the smell of cinnamon rolls and bacon creep in from the lower floor of the Winding Worm.
Danielle's confused. Cinnamon. Ugh. Bacon. Mmm. She's more curious now.
I'm immediately looking for where Jabberwocky is when I wake up, because if they're gone, I need to know where they are if there's bacon.
No, you wake up and Jabberwock is like on your chest, just staring at you with intent. It's like as soon as your eyes open, he's like, I want bacon.
So do I, bud. All right.
Same.
Give me a minute. Oh, I will get up and we will get you some bacon, okay? It's like just like a cat, like all of his weight on like one paw.
Yep.
As he's-
And like it could be the lightest little cat ever, but the moment they step on you like that, it's like they have the density of dark matter.
They just focus down
yeah.
on it in that one area.
Yep. And it's always like right on your bladder or like right on like the most sensitive parts.
Able to get your attention real
Yep.
quick.
Was the first hour of the game everyone just talking about how much they miss Zenith? I had Zenith sitting in the back of the cart reading her book.
Sorry,
Yeah.
we almost got you thrown out.
We
I-
spent the
sorry.
whole trip into Windermere just reminiscing about our favorite Zenith moments.
Absolutely. It was like a compilation of Zenith moments.
A Rocky montage.
Yeah. We just played
also
a
painted on your
compilation of
face.
Zenith.
So
yes.
as you make
Your
your
first
way
pass out.
as you make your way downstairs, Matilda already has a plate of food set up for everybody, which has 2 cinnamon rolls, like a large helping of eggs and bacon, along with 2 cups. One has a cup of like ice cold milk, and the other one is of a hot cider.
Ooh.
I figured that you were going to need your energy today if you are going to be participating in the tournament.
And much obliged. It's gonna
Thank
be
you
a
very
rough
much.
day.
Sorry, it has been less than 24 hours since we were on the road, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll don that same elf disguise before going down.
Okay. I'm not gonna
Right,
make you.
it's
I'm not gonna
disguise.
make you roll for it since it's the same disguise you came in with.
Mm. Why do you always have to hide?
Me hiding? I'm not hiding.
You're always hiding.
When I go into towns and cities and stuff, you never know how people are gonna react. So it's just easier to not look like a monster.
Why do you think you look like a monster? I'm a walking tree.
Yeah, but that's cool.
Is it?
Yes.
I mean, you know that being a walking tree is like the worst thing ever. Well, for
Why do you
me.
say that?
I don't think that's true. At least from my
you-
perspective, it's not.
See, I don't think you're a monster.
Well, I know you don't, but normal people might. So
Well, then they're
it's
just terrible.
it's easier to just look like everyone else.
But then you won't be you.
Well, I'm still me on the inside.
But you have
And
to
in
let people
private.
love you. Outside too.
I know you're right, and I'm working on it.
If anything, this town seems pretty inviting. So
It does. I think I'll probably be able to drop this disguise eventually. But also, there's a lot of outsiders coming into the town right now, so you probably have a mix of like really, really accepting and nice people, and not so much.
mm,
You know, like people of Silverkeep type of people.
Hmm.
Did I see anyone turning heads to like look at us or like me or anything? Like people just staring at all when we first got into town?
Not really. The people that you pass by seem to be more enthralled with the town itself or the locals. Like, if anyone gave you a passing glance, it was just like a little respectful nod.
So Vanica kind of ponders a moment. She's like, well, my kind is extremely rare in the material plane, so if no one gave me any looks, I think you're okay. At least here.
I think you're probably right, but also you're kind of our fae, right?
Well, yeah, but again, we're very rare because of how we're made, but yeah.
And fae are a little more accepted. I think is maybe the right term. I mean,
They are?
I'm sure there's lots of fae people and fae creatures in the world, even though this isn't necessarily their home plane. And I mean, fae society is pretty ingrained in a lot of regular society these days. And I'm not ashamed of what I am, but what I am is not fae. My origins are monstrous in nature, which is not so readily accepted. And I'm sure this city's gonna accept me just fine. But I don the disguise just because the rare time trouble crops up, I find it easier to just avoid it.
But you're not getting people to know you. And I don't mean your personality, which is absolutely lovely, but I'm talking about you. And she just kind of gestures to how you look right now. You.
So Tilt just dropped a $125 extra life donation,
Son of a bitch!
giving me an auto success
Oh, you fucker.
and
Not you, Tilt.
and 2
To be clear.
magic items to be given to people. Tilt, I don't think anybody here has received random magic items yet.
Oh boy.
So
Technically,
we all received
have.
the tent.
that was a raccoon gift.
That was a raccoon
Oh,
gift, yeah.
Fair enough.
You received
Yeah, that was in the Monday show.
I received a special weapon.
Yeah, but those were all things that were planned already. That wasn't from the donations.
Oh, because I know I got one of them from a shop. I remember that. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so yeah, the other one where the random magic items Tilt was for the Monday show donation, which I still need to talk to Zorro about.
Oh, right. Oh, that's right. I got something. I wasn't there for that.
Random roll for this show then. Okay, well I'll do that. I will include Malls in this as well, so there's 5 of you. So I roll a d10. Let's see. God damn it. Of course it's like this. So this would be Zorro.
Oh, God. Come on, Fox. You've avoided it for so long. Roll a 1. Roll a 1. Or whatever
I
Fox
just
is on
stay
it.
And
quiet and
Fox.
mind my own business. God damn it. Thanks, Zorro.
I had to will the dice gods.
What you what you
You've
guys
avoided
get?
it for
You
so
guys
long.
you guys get magic items. This isn't a deck draw.
True.
This isn't a deck draw.
I was gonna say you've avoided the deck for a very long time, good or bad. You've avoided it for a
Very
long
deliberate.
time.
So I would like to also say that this brings us up to $1,800.
Jesus Christ, we're 200 away. Woo!
So
Thanks, babe.
the 2 of you get magic items. And because these are extra life items, Fox, would you like a weapon, armor, or item?
Actually, while Fox is thinking about that, that means everyone keep an eye out, and I will post this in Discord. That means 2 people, because of Monday's donation, 2 people will get dice bags.
This is true.
Great.
I think armor. 'Cause I
Armor?
already have Whisper Wind as my weapon, and
Yeah, you don't want to replace Whisperwind.
no, and I did recently get that disguise cloak as well as like a utility item. So I think armor.
Okay, so armor for you. And what about you, Zoro?
I already have a couple of weapons already, actually. Although I do need to get gemstones for my other one. So I'm actually good on weapons. You know what? I wouldn't mind, as much as I love items, I don't think I would mind too much having a nicer set of armor
Okay.
to go with, especially since I try to be in the front line when people aren't catching on fire. So yeah, I think armor would actually work for her right now.
Perfect. So what armor are you wearing right now, Chloe?
I am wearing studded leather armor.
Studded leather. So, and I take it you want to be keeping with like the medium style armor here.
I think I have to stick to light armor.
Is studded leather light?
I think so, isn't it?
I think it's
That or
medium.
I've been wearing
It is, yes.
wrong armor this
Wait,
whole time.
studded leather?
Studded
It's
leather.
like-
Studded leather is it medium armor?
I
Light.
thought it was medium.
Oh, it's light.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, leather, studded leather, cloth, and
What am I thinking of then for the armor?
Scale
I'm
mail.
thinking of hide.
Oh,
Hide, yeah.
hide. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay,
yeah.
so the armor that you're wearing right now, as you walk out of your room, there's a bit of a shimmer to it, as you can feel the leather underneath it begin to shift and change as it takes on like a different color. Feeling it, it's a bit harder to the touch. Almost, you can swear that you feel scales like inside of it somewhere, but there's like no definition to it. As you look down at this now like soft, like bluish gray colored studded leather armor, you feel a bit strange. The armor itself has a +1 bonus to it. The armor will also transform with you when you go into your snake mode, giving you the same armor bonus.
Snake
Nice.
armor.
Snake armor.
The armor also sort of works with your petrification ability. Now, whereas you were able to like look at one person and try to petrify them, it is now a 15-foot cone in front of you.
Oh shit.
As what
Oh my
you
god, yes.
as what you are wearing is basilisk hide. Or basilisk
Oh,
leather.
So snake armor.
Oh man. Wait, is that like a weird way of like not cannibalism, but like
Basilisks in D&D are not snakes.
Oh, never mind. Carry on.
And even if they were, snakes eat other snakes.
And much like that happened, Vanica, what armor do you wear?
Same exact thing, because if I go medium, it stunts my AC. So
Perfect.
yeah, studded leather armor.
You begin as this, it's like almost in unison as you walk out of your room as well. The studded leather like takes another sheen to it as you see various like plants, like not plants, but various vines begin to like grow out and around the armor itself, and small flower blooms begin to appear on it. This armor gives you a +1 bonus. But with this armor on, you can activate almost a small, almost jaunt-like ability as you are able to pass through the earth up to 30 feet as a bonus action.
Ooh. Earth step instead of misty step.
Yep.
I like it.
It's an earth version of Misty Step.
That's cool.
Yeah. How many times a day can I do that?
Let's say it's got 3 charges, and each day it rejuvenates 1d3.
Okay. Ooh, that's fun.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Speedy tree and snake armor.
I will say, I have something planned for 2K that everyone is going to hate me for. Or they may love me. We hit 2K, everybody on every show has to draw from the deck.
Yeah. Chaos ensues.
Yes. I love drawing from the deck.
Won't be able to avoid that one. Ooh, unless I'm sick.
Nope. It's
I'm
gonna
sick
follow.
on that day, guys.
It's
Sorry.
gonna follow you until you draw.
I'm retiring from Behold Roleplay.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Say that with a straight face. Say that with a straight face.
Says the person who broke their arm and showed up for D&D. Like, I don't believe it. If we do this during Extra Life Month, does this mean everyone draws twice? It does not mean everyone draws twice, though.
It just
I'm
doubles.
gonna say that every time, like if we hit 2K and then we hit to like 2,500 after that, every $500 is going to enact a show-wide deck draw for everyone on every show. This includes V6, by the way.
Yes. Oh shit, we never talked about our buffs.
No,
Damn.
I'm gonna shoot that message out to you guys today.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's gonna be, yeah, like if it's other people's games, that is completely up to them. But every game that I run, you're drawing. You don't have a choice.
So
You
what
can't
you're
escape.
saying is you're all saved from Mass Effect?
What do you?
Oh, who am I kidding? No, you're not.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You've got you specifically made your own deck of many things.
And I need to add on to it too. It's so much fun.
Can this I also kind of want to have it be for
That's up to
my
you.
game as well.
That is up to you. Like I will help you make your own deck of many things for it. So yes.
Well, it is most likely just going to be like tarot cards, but you know,
Well, that's what the deck of many things is.
Mhm.
That's what it was based off, was this tarot cards. So
Mhm.
you and I can go. I will help you.
Hooray! So everyone will draw on that one too, just for fun.
Okay.
I was like, can Leatrice's just be like a bag of holding, but it's like a Tupperware of holding where it's just constant cookies coming out?
Grandma's
depends
handy
on what you
haversack.
But because you
The
already
enchanted-
essentially have
The enchanted
technically
cookie
already have
jar of
one.
holding.
I technically already have the Mary Poppins tote bag right now, so but still it's funny.
a tote bag of holding.
But yes, thank you very much, Tilt, for that $125 donation. I will make sure to use this auto success against people. But after you get the you get your little buffed up armor for some of you, you walk downstairs, you have your meal, and you set out. I assume making your way back to the town square or back to the village, or the town square where you were to meet Barnabas.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
And
Because he did say bright and early.
If there's a courier office or anything on the way, I'll just quickly send that letter as well.
funny enough, they've got like mailboxes, like those like large like USPS style mailboxes that you can drop in letters and everything.
Perfect.
But as you walk back, you get to the town square and it is completely changed. As where you saw people offloading carts and boxes and everything, there are now full like kitchen sets set up for each team. And as you make your way over to the area for the bouncing billy goats, you see these exquisite like black iron stoves and cast iron pots, pans, everything that you can think of that you would need for like a cooking scenario. Though every one of these things, every one of these tools is inscribed in these small golden runes. And as you get there, you see that there is a team of chefs already there, sort of like conversing with one another, talking, like going through a checklist and everything. And you see a couple elves, a minotaur, and a dwarf sort of talking to one another over in one area. There is another team of what I could only describe as roadies, sort of making sure everything is set up and like there's enough wood for the stoves and, you know, everything is correctly placed out and everything for the chefs when it's time to cook. And then you see Barnabas there just overlooking everything, and he smiles and gives you all a wave. So he jogs over to you. Ah, right on time. I love it.
Bright and early.
Good morning.
And good morning to you.
Okay.
So I take it you're all ready and willing to be our hunters for this competition.
Indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wonderful.
Yes.
You mentioned something yesterday. We were going to be teleported.
Ah, yep. Points over to a robed individual. You can't really make out what they are, though they seem to be about 5.5 feet tall. These like dark purplish robes with blue runes and streaks sort of like dancing across the fabric itself.
All right.
He goes, that one there, you tell them where you want to go. They'll make sure to send you there.
Oh, good. So we do actually get to choose. Perfect. Because we had a few ideas.
Ideas is what I love. He's like, so chef had ideas as well. So and he pulls out a book, and he just, not a book, but he pulls out like a small tablet. He hands it to you. He's like, so big guy over there, head chef. He wants something that will wow the judges. He's a sort of a go big or go home type guy. So anything you think that would be able to give that go big or go home presentation would be perfect.
There's nothing bigger than dragons.
That's true.
As you just
Well, it
see
doesn't
this
necessarily mean
big
size
grin
either.
come across
Oh.
his face.
I mean, there's also
Dragon would be amazing.
There's another option that we were thinking. And as I look at Vanikin, I'm like, it's okay. There's another option that we were thinking as well, which was north, closer to the corruption.
Oh, corrupted
there's
meats.
Yeah.
Like right on the verge of corruption.
No, I've heard.
Magical.
I've heard that, you know, you cut them right, the meat is exquisite and does wonderful things for the person eating it. That would be a good choice too. Though, just speaking as somebody who knows the chef, he's always wanted to cook a dragon.
Of course he did.
Now, don't have to go there. We leave the meat selection to our hunters, and we work with what you decide as per the rules. Though I will say that your pay will increase based on what you bring back. The bigger the bigger the game, the rarer the game, the more you get paid.
What would give us more? So he has a preference for dragons, I suppose.
Well, his preference aside, you were to bring back a dragon, I would reward you handsomely. And that's even before, you know, any of the judging starts and any sort of winner is decided. This is just for your effort.
Is Jabberwock invisible right now?
Yeah, you kind of feel that Jabberwock, he doesn't really have a lot of confidence right now. He gets a little bit of social anxiety, so anytime you step into like outdoors into like a town or village, he's instantly invisible and just like perched around the back of your neck.
So you guys will take care of the butchering, right? So if we came across a dragon and managed to take it down, we just, like, I don't know, mark it or touch it while using the teleportation stone, and it comes back to you guys?
Well, it's kind of hard to do so. We can't necessarily bring a full dragon into here.
Yeah, we'd have to take a piece of like its like leg or a haunch or something. Yeah.
With that said, you know, you're coming with us, you're working with us, you're going to use our tools. He kind of motions over to a table where you see like just a pristine survival kit with different knives and hooks and everything to like carve meat and everything off of them, as well as a large like black chest, again with like the same gold runic markings. Now this chest connects to that chest. Anything you put in there will appear there.
Oh, I see.
Now, any skinning that you do for the for the individual creatures or whatnot, you keep the hides. We don't need them. Those are yours.
Okay.
The only materials we care about is the meat.
Is there any pointers you could give us about carving up something to prepare it for something like this? I mean, several of us are, you know, good at survival basics, but this is not survival basics. This is a culinary competition.
True. Which is why these tools have been enchanted.
Oh.
Equal the playing field for those hunters that are more akin to battle than carving choice meat and not butchering the body per se. Anyone wielding this will technically be enchanted with the skills of a individual who knows what they're doing.
Is that allowed in the competition?
Almost.
Does everyone have these tools?
Most definitely. The only rule is meat has to be procured outside. Doesn't matter how you get it, as long as you hunt it.
Okay.
I mean, that's definitely helpful.
Just to let you know, so he looks over at like the rest of the other teams. Combat between the hunters is allowed.
Oh.
Oh, really? And Danielle just kind of gets a wide grin on her face.
So he's like, depending on where you go, might be more populated with other teams.
So the sooner we head out, the better.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Well, we
can't.
may have knowledge some don't have either.
You can't head out until the signal is shot. Once the signal's shot off, then the tournament begins. Until then, teams prepare, teams gather what they need, and then you do your thing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, I would love to buy more potions, but I feel like that's a task for when we win.
Oh, I'm not.
Except the
He's like,
small chain coin purse just jingling, just like, oh.
like, oh, don't worry. I'm supplying you each with potions. That's
Oh, okay.
look. If you're going against, thinking of going against a potential dragon or whatnot, you're gonna need to be kept fit in form.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try for dragon, but things might happen. And bottom line is our safety. So we will still find something delicious.
Look, and it's still morning, so I need to swap out my spells now that I know what we're hunting for. Like, Okay.
Good idea.
Mm-hmm.
So he gives, like, the little pack that he gives you, each of you get 3 potions.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Just the basic healing, or just separate potions?
These potions will heal 3d6.
3d6. Got it.
Oh. 3d6 plus 3?
Plus 4.
Oh, shit.
For all of us, 3d6 plus
Yes.
4?
Now you need to keep in mind that these potions will only work while the tournament is active. Once the tournament ends, they go inert.
Damn it!
So the whole week.
Yes.
Perfect. And I'm guessing only within Windermere
Has
area.
a life expectancy. Has a life
Nope.
expectancy.
It has a it has an expiration date, and that's it.
So we can say sayonara, fuckers, and then in a week they're done. All right. Well, unless there's anything else we can think of before it starts, I think we might be okay. We kind of stocked up a bit from the last town, so might be okay.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything extra that I need. My gear is feeling really nice today. So
You too?
It
Yeah.
looks really nice.
See, I told you.
Did you use prestidigitation on it?
I did not. I don't know that spell, but maybe it was the bath last night. I don't know. Not that I took a bath with my gear on, but I don't know.
That's not great.
This whole town is just something about it makes me feel good.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, the blessings, yeah. Got something for you. A thank you gift. So he walks over to one of the carts and he pulls out a box in the back. In the back of it, walks forward, places it on a table, opens it up, and hands each of you this small white stone with a singular glyph carved into it. And as soon as you take hold of it, the stone lights up.
Oh. What are these?
Blessing stones. Most of the towns and cities here have some sort of blessing or boon that they give people while they're inside their walls. This here is a new contraption that are being tested for field use. This stores the blessings of a town inside the stone, allowing you to receive one and carry its benefits outside the walls.
Ooh.
With this stone, any city that you visit, you are able to acquire the blessing inside the stone. And then once a day, you are able to activate one of the blessings that you have collected. This blessing will generate, this blessing will be on you for 24 hours.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that's actually really cool.
Windemir's blessing again is that you regen 1 HP per 5 rounds, and you get a +2 to all skill checks.
Does the HP regeneration stop when you're unconscious, or does it continue even when you're unconscious?
It continues even when you are unconscious. No, it does not. It does not continue when you are unconscious. If you are unconscious, you are unconscious.
Okay.
What was the other thing it does?
+2 to all skill rolls.
Also cures 2 points of exhaustion if I don't know if we could take that.
No,
blessing with
that
us.
that is something different.
If you
Oh,
rest
okay.
in town.
That's if
That's
you
only
rest.
in town.
That's
Okay.
yeah, because that was in the beds of the worm.
Alright.
Before we teleport out, I want to get Pop-Tart with us, because if we're going after a dragon, we
Oh,
can use
Pop-Tart's always with
additional
you. Pop-Tart is like the faithful dog that is always by your side.
help. Got it. I thought that Pop-Tart was one of those things that I have to announce before if we go into trouble.
Nope,
Run into trouble.
Pop-Tart is always with you.
Alrighty. Hell yeah. I don't really have anything else then. I mean, unless I'll probably tell Jabberwocky to I understand if they want to wait in the hotel, but they are welcome to come with if they want.
Real quick, the dragon that we had heard rumors of, could I do like a history check or anything on it to see if maybe I've heard about what type of dragon it may be, so we can maybe prepare for, like breath weapons and stuff?
Ooh.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a history check.
That's gonna be a 21. Nat 20 for 21.
Nat 20 for 21. So this is where things get a little iffy. There have been various rumors of dragons down in that area. Some say that they've encountered a red dragon. Others say that they've encountered a black dragon, while even others say it's a blue dragon.
Maybe there's multiple dragons.
There might be multiple dragons.
It's a Hydra. It's a fucking Hydra. This is just Destiny Forge 3 all over again with a different headed Hydra.
No, even worse. It's Tiamat.
Oh god. Yeah, level 5. Let's go up against Tiamat. Let's do this. Yeah.
Level 6.
We're level 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I not update my character sheet?
No, you did.
Probably not.
I'm looking at Vanika's character sheet, or Vanika's character card right here.
But your character sheet, however.
No, I did. I guess I did it. Yeah, no, that's correct. I just didn't change the number. Weird. Okay, continue. We're good. We're cool.
Everything's
Well,
fine.
I was hoping we could maybe prepare for the fight with the dragon, but thinking about it, the stories that I've heard have kind of been about multiple different kinds of dragons. So, I don't know, I guess if you have just broad elemental protections, prepare them, like absorb elements and stuff.
Well, I I guess it's kind of a mystery for now until we find out.
Yeah, I mean, we might be walking into a nest of dragons.
Oh, that's bad.
Ooh, but we could get dragon eggs to bring back.
Is that a good idea?
If they fit in the
No.
chest.
Dragon omelets?
Dragon omelets, however, that's a good idea.
But if
Dragon
they,
souffle.
Oh
But it-
my.
would they be actual eggs, or would they be eggs with baby dragons inside?
Depends how fresh they are.
I mean, isn't that the same with chickens?
Giant fire-breathing chickens.
They're technically chickens the whole time, depending on where they are in their stage inside of the egg.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't know how it works with dragon eggs. The shells are probably pretty thick, but with chicken eggs, you can just put a light on the other side of the egg so you can kind of see through the shell. That'll give you an idea of where it's at.
Got it. We have. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hmm.
This is fine.
It's fine.
We're
It's fine.
fine. Alright, well, I guess we better prepare
Yeah, so
that.
we have we're gonna have like a stone or something that can teleport us back, right? I think it was a stone that was
Yeah,
mentioned. How quickly does that activate, just in case we need to get out of there in a hurry?
well, it opens a gate for you to get back through. It's open for only about 6 seconds, so
Okay.
We're familiar.
So
Oh,
we
yeah.
won't have to worry about a dragon going through that portal then, if we're running.
depends on how close the dragon is.
Mm-hmm.
Just know that once you come back to town, the hunt is over and you cannot go back out. So make sure when you come back, you're set to come back for good.
Yeah.
Okay, who wants to carry the carving tools and who wants to carry the chest?
Carving tools.
I'll help with the chest.
It's like you see the chest has a has a couple straps on it to where you could just wear it on your back like a backpack.
Okay,
Oh.
that's much more helpful. I was thinking that like one of us, each of us would have to take like one end.
Nope.
Alright. Well, I guess we just have to wait for the bell to ring. Is there a place we're supposed to gather with all the other hunters?
Just right here. You're with your team.
Oh,
Has any of
well, that's even better.
have any of the other teams mentioned that they would be going to Dragon?
No, we nobody mentions anything to the other teams. We, try to keep it as much of a secret as possible. That way there's less of a incentive for somebody to try to poach you.
Mm.
Am I allowed to go scope out the other teams?
Not yet.
Okay.
No sort of spying or skullduggery or anything is allowed until that, as he points over to the a gentleman climbing up into a small podium, until that man right there launches the signal, and then game's on.
Gotcha.
How long do we have?
He just climbed up there. I'd say probably about 10 minutes, and then
How long do we have to hunt?
2 days.
3 days.
3 days, excuse me.
3 days.
Okay.
Once the third day ends, that chest no longer works.
Understandable.
So, how long have you guys been doing the food competitions?
Well, I've been forming and managing teams for about the past 5 years. I don't want to brag, but 3 out of those 5 years, my team won.
So we have good odds.
Oh, that all depends on you.
Hmm.
Chef is only as good as their ingredients.
And we're just hunting for meat, or can we put other things in the chest that
Anything
other
that's edible, you could put in that chest. So you
Kinda
find
what-
any special herbs, spices, salt, whatever, you could put it in there and send it back to us.
Vanica just empties the random bag from Reggie's fucking hole in the
Stop
wall.
everything.
We have some extra mac and cheese balls that we throw in.
Nope, because it has to be procured out in the wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, it was outside of Windermere. You just
But it's
said it
not
had to
the
be
wild.
It's the Wild West.
It's just a tumbleweed of like mac and cheese just rolls by.
So is it normal for teams to not arrive with hunters? Like, is it standard practice for you to recruit people that come in from out of town, or did you have hunters and like they got sick or something? And...
All rules state that the hunting teams need to be acquired in the city.
Oh.
Like every hunting team is different every year. There's no professional hunting teams that run with any chef group.
I guess that's a good way to attract people to the event.
It also makes sure that one organization just doesn't dominate the entire time.
True.
As you're standing around, those of you who are looking out into the square see the gentleman at the podium pick up a small pistol. He loads a cartridge into the back of it and shuts it, and like places a finger over his ear and just fires a bright blue signal flare into the sky. Well, and there we go. Wish you all luck. Talk to the robe gentleman. He'll get you where you need to go.
There you go.
Okay. Thank
5 foot
you.
men with the purple stuff.
Purple robes.
And as we approach that gentleman, I do want to do a quick glance at the nearest teams, see if I can kind of make out who their hunters are and what type of people we might potentially come up against out in the field.
And it's a bunch of, it's like a ragtag group everywhere. Like, you see humans, Minotaur, Goliath, dwarves, gnomes, couple lizardmen, you just a huge, like a huge hodgepodge of people participating in this. Though the way that they all move, it seems that like every team, including yours, has been teams, like preformed teams of adventurers. And then you see one group where it's a single person.
What do they look like?
They don't look at all any special. Just a single individual, got a bow slung around their shoulder with a hip quiver and a long sword. Just dressed in like what looks to be just this soft greenish armor.
Great. We're up against the protagonist.
We're up against another Danny. Right.
Well, before any of the other teams teleport off, I will pull back my disguise hood and take my normal appearance. Partially to maybe make a few of them a little uneasy, but also to just show them that I'm part of this team. So if we come across each other in the wilds, they don't go, "Oh, hey, look, a Medusa, let's kill it."
Probably a good idea.
Are we ready to go then?
Let's go, go, go.
All right. Name your destination.
The dragons were in the
South.
grassland area south of us, right?
In the
South.
southwest, yes.
That is our destination
So,
then.
like, just so everyone who's watching can get a glance at it. On the map, it's this area down here. Why am I yellow? That is not my color.
Wait, where? Oh, that little grassland kind of area-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right down here. Like down in that area is where it's rumored, but there are also other dangerous creatures that you have been told that do make their homes down there. So even if you don't discover the dragon, there are definitely other things that you can fight and you can hunt. Again, you're not limited to how much meat or anything that you gather. The more, the better.
All right, sounds good. Now, when we teleport through, are we by ourselves or are we with other groups of... Oh, no, because we got to say where we wanted to go. So
Precisely.
how many groups land near us, if any?
So as you walk over and you inform this individual where you want to go, he grows to a giant size and he opens the robe and you can just see a swirling vortex in front of you.
Oh, God.
Watch Ma.
This is very like George C. Scott version of A Christmas Carol, where he just opens up the robe for the Christmas present, and it's just a vortex. Okay. Oh God.
Anyone not walk through?
And I go.
Okay.
Yeah, we walk through.
Right in as well.
I think it's this music, isn't it? So as you step through this whirling vortex, split second passes and you're out in the wild. Bright day already upon you. A little bit hotter down here, surprisingly. Grass a little bit more green and a little bit more overgrown. Every now and then you see a little bit of like hills and rocky outcropping. Though you don't see any other groups. You wait for a moment and you look about, and it doesn't seem like anybody else has decided to hunt in this area. Having the knowledge that you have, it's more than likely a vast majority of the groups went to the Harlequin Forest. As
Good luck in there, suckers.
as the wildlife in the Harlequin Forest is well known. Down here, this is unexplored no man's land. And as you look around, something zooms past you overhead. Large, bright red bird. Giant feathers that seem to just go on and on for feet and then end in white tips. Massive claws that could easily snatch like a large head of cattle. A beak that looks like it could probably pierce dragon scale itself. but it doesn't pay you any mind, or it didn't see you, thankfully. So you see it fly off in this direction right here,
Towards the coast. Okay.
towards the coast, as what just flew over you was a very large rock.
Oh,
bit-
my.
Giving you a bit of a hint of how much danger is down here.
Untamed indeed.
And as you look around and you begin to ponder your next steps, now situated with a wonderful set of carving tools, a chest that seems to transport meat right back to your team, and the hint of how much danger you are now in, this is where we are going to end for the week.
I want to hunt a fucking dragon. We're only level 6.
Let's go!
I just hope to God it's not an ancient dragon. I'll take a
No.
youngling or an adult, but I don't even know how I feel about an adult.
Only-
But,
You know me, I'm not going to make you fight something you can't handle.
yeah, right. I'm just over here going, this is fine. This is fine.
I'm in danger.
See, my first thought was, oh shit, the story's got it wrong. It's not a dragon, it's a rock. We can't fight a rock. What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, I was gonna say, oh, white dragon. I mean, rock. What?
I mean,
I don't know what a rock is.
Could fight a rock.
Big ass fucking
We
dangerous
just
bird.
wouldn't be successful. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cass, think a giant bird the size of an AC-130.
ROC. Got it.
ROC.
Yeah.
It's
It's a jumbo jet sized bird.
yeah.
Terrifying.
I mean, it's only like the standard rock is only only a CR-11, which is enough for 5 level 6 characters to fight.
Mm-hmm.
But that's if you decide to hunt them.
Yeah,
Completely up to you.
It did not pay attention to us. So, you know,
We didn't throw a
We-
rock at it.
we don't have to worry about the rock. You know, it just depends.
It's plan B.
It's you know what?
I will
kind
say,
of
though-
thinking that.
Yeah, same.
It was campaign 2 when you guys fought a rock, wasn't it?
I think so.
It was like campaign
I
1,
think
campaign 1, campaign 2, but
so.
you got like it did some damage to you guys.
Yeah. That was fairly early on, or at least the first half. Yeah. And I remember my baby self, because that was my first D&D campaign. I'm like, what's a rock? Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Big bird. Big bird.
Big.
Big bird.
But yeah, so that is going to do it for us tonight. I'm not going to say tonight because we got another show coming up, but that is going to do it for us here for now. If this is your first time watching, this is not the only show that we do here. Like I said, we've got another show coming up tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific time for another episode of Vigilance 6, which is a little bit of a homebrew kids on bikes style inspired superhero game, where I think a lot of drama is going to happen tonight. But yeah, so we're going to be kicking off with that at 8 o'clock tonight. Coming up on Monday will be another episode of Destiny Forge, which is in its 4th campaign, which is another 5th edition game that I run. Tuesday is normally Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that Tiltbot runs. Thursdays, we have 2 alternating shows. Coming up this Thursday is going to be another episode of Tricorn Isles, which is a 5th edition game that I run. And then on the alternating Thursdays is Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect 5th edition mod game that Zorro runs. And then coming up on, normally, like we would have, coming up next week, we would have Under the Mountain, which is a Kids on Brooms game that Sugar Love runs. But unfortunately, somebody's going to a concert. Just kidding.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
we will have no Under the Mountain show next week, but we will return on the
Oh gosh.
no, we will not return on the 1st because that is getting near Extra Life Day. So we will be away from, so it'll be the November 15th, I think will be the next show. Maybe. I need to talk to everyone because I need to talk
I'm
to you, Cass.
also not gonna be here on
Yeah.
the 1st.
So
Night, so
but yeah.
sorry.
Also in the works right now, we have a what could only be described as D&D Bridgerton game that is going to be DM'd by Malls, coming up here shortly to fill the alternating afternoon slots for a mini campaign. And then in the future will be a Avatar: The Last Airbender game that is going to be run by Azerin. But as all of those are spinning up, we'll have more information for everybody once everything is set in stone. But for now, we are going to head on out, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you later tonight for Vigilance 6.